Hey everyone, Pastor David here with another deeper dive. I'm in the Momentum room to just connect with you guys for just those few minutes, just to look at the passage that we looked at in on Sunday, John chapter 12, the first few verses, and was talking about the meal that Martha put together. Lazarus was with Jesus, and then Mary poured the expensive perfume all over Jesus from head down to his feet, wiped it with her hair. We focus a whole lot on Mary on Sunday morning. Our deeper dives always take us to another place, and where I want to take us today is back to that story, but the end of it. And the end of it, after everyone heard that Jesus was in Bethany, which is just about 2 miles away from Jerusalem, people started coming. And this is what it says in verse 9 of John chapter 12. It says, "When all the people heard of Jesus' arrival, they flocked to see him, and also to see Lazarus, the man Jesus raised from the dead. Then the leading priests decided to kill Lazarus too, for it was because of him that many of the people had deserted them and believed in Jesus." When Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead, people truly believed, okay, this guy Jesus is who he says he is. Because remember, Jesus came to actually bring division, to divide people between belief and unbelief. Religious leaders totally did not believe in Jesus, but people started believing in Jesus, and even more so when he raised Lazarus from the dead. So two thoughts that come to my mind here that we didn't talk about on Sunday morning that I'll try to get done here quickly. One was Lazarus, and how Lazarus essentially became a celebrity, how he had become famous, not because of anything he had done, but because of what Jesus had done in his life. And so that's thought number one. To think about this is that there are things that can happen in our lives that we can become famous and even celebrity-like. People can be drawn to us, but we have to remember that those things have happened because of Jesus in our life. That we need to always make sure that Jesus gets the credit, Jesus gets the glory. Could you imagine Lazarus saying, yeah, I raised myself from the dead, or I was raised from the dead, but not give Jesus the credit? See, when God does amazing things in our lives, we need to make sure we give Jesus the credit, even if there is a popularity thing that happens or a famous, we get famous out of it, or even a celebrity status, even for a short while. Do we give Jesus the credit? That's the first thing. The second thing is the reaction that the religious leaders had to Lazarus and Jesus, that they wanted to kill Lazarus, not just Jesus. We know through the scriptures that we see in the Gospels that the religious leaders did want to kill Jesus. But here we say they wanted to kill Lazarus too, because Lazarus being alive actually brought the attention onto Jesus that they didn't want to have. And so I find this very interesting, how this jealousy that the religious leaders had was just ugly. And that's one thing about jealousy. So the first thing was about, well, when God does great things and we get this kind of celebrity, famous, popular status, do we give God credit? The second thing is jealousy just can get ugly. And we got to be careful to make sure that jealousy doesn't seep into us, and we begin to look at people in a way that is so contrary to the way they live our life. Can you imagine? I mean, Lazarus was just raised from the dead 1 week earlier. He was dead, and now he's alive. And the very people who should celebrate his life coming back are the people who want to take his life away. And so jealousy really can get ugly. And so I want to encourage you, don't let jealousy seep in. Don't let jealousy take hold of you, but instead take joy in what good happens in people's lives. The Bible tells us to rejoice with those who rejoice, and also mourn with those who mourn. So we need to make sure that we have the right attitude, whether or not it's something that happens to us, that we give God the credit, or something happens to someone else, that we don't be jealous of what happened to them. I hope that makes sense to you guys, and we look forward to having another deeper dive with you next week, and we will jump into John chapter 13 this coming Sunday. Love you guys. We'll see you. Bye.